Well, hello. I'm here at the International Conference for the Theology and Metaphysics of the Eucharist, sponsored by Professor Miklos Kastlum and the Institute for Hungarian Studies, and organized by Gyula Klima. And I'm here with Giacomo Fornasieri.
Right.
Yes, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
So, is this your first time here in Budapest?
Yeah, it's my first time and really good. It's doing really good.
Okay. What are your general impressions? What kind of things stand out to you about the place?
Well, I have an Hungarian friend who told me a lot about Budapest, of course. And well, if I may, it's even more beautiful than how she depicted it to me. And well, beautiful streets, beautiful, the castle, the churches all around it. It's a lovely place, actually. Quite happy to be here.
And it's really quite a backdrop for our current conference,
Yeah.
Yesterday we saw the cathedral and we saw these liturgical implements and things, which was nice, monstrances and so forth. Tell me about what you're feeling about the conference. I mean, what kinds of things stand out for you that, again, we're having this conference in this wonderful kind of milieu?
Well, I think it's really inspiring, and well, we touched upon a lot of interesting topics, and coming from Italy, I would say this thing that, meeting such important scholars, addressing the issue, which is, in some sense, historically placed through strong and vivid metaphysical and philosophical tools, is something, well, which is really interesting, intriguing, is food for thought, I would say.
Yeah. Yes.
Mind-provoking, and well, I think I'll go home, with a lot of things to think about and work on.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's some industrial grade metaphysics here we're seeing at play. This is not for the faint of heart. I think that for me, one of the things that really stood out, and I would like to hear your reaction to this, is who was it that said that there was a discussion about, it was Josh's talk, it was that the Eucharist is taken as a kind of data point. I hope I'm representing him well. And yet we have this kind of, the scholastics used Aristotelian philosophy as the kind of tool they had on hand. It wasn't an attempt to shoehorn it into it. It was an attempt to understand, even just to begin to understand this thing. And for me, that was really illuminating. I think that's a much better way to think about it, although of course it's controversial, as so many good things are.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. There's another passage from Joshua's paper that say, which is really, really beautiful. He used this word gift by speaking about how the philosophical tool intertwines with religious faith. In this case, the dogma of transubstantiation, and putting things this way, it's, I think, quite useful and might help further reflections about these issues, both from an historical point of view and in, let's say, a philosophical one. And, it's another way of seeing the relationship between faith and reason, something I think we all really need to reconsider in a profound manner.
Yeah, absolutely, especially as we are navigating, even figuring out the role of religion or how we sort of think about it. And its connection to reason precisely. I think that's one of the most common and deepest themes that keeps kind of coming out again and again. I think that you and I are coming away from this with similar perceptions, and I think that also I'm coming away from it with a very full notebook. So I don't think I'll be sleeping on the flight home. Well, Giacomo, so nice to meet you, and thank you for coming and doing this and everything. Do you have any final thoughts or anything you want to express?
Yeah, I would like to say thank you for the at the Institute for the efforts it has given for make this conference happen. After COVID, having the chance to meet together and see each other, having the chance to talk with and go deeper in the what we have gone through these days was really and is really precious. It means a lot to me. I really appreciate.
Yes, I mean there really is nothing like the in-person, conversation. There's no Zoom equivalent of pulling someone aside and saying, "I want to follow up on this."
Exactly.
No, absolutely. So I think it's really nice to be back to this sort of thing. Well, thank you for this.
Thank you.
Okay.